Hello, my Tauruses, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Of course, I am Debbie, and I'm reading from March 17th through the 23rd. Happy St. Patrick's Day for anyone that likes to follow that or celebrate that. Now, remember, I have done my overview. It's time, wake up. So please take a peek at it, but also remember that these are general readings. They may or may not resonate. Take what you like. Leave the rest, okay? Okay. So my Taurus is interesting energies around, of course. You have Jupiter that, okay, let's put it this way. We are going into Aries season. We are going into the beginning of the astrological year. You are after Aries. So there's a lot of things that not just wrapping up for the astrological year in Pisces, but there's a lot of new starts, new beginnings, things that you have, irons to be put into the fire for you. Now, a lot of people like to come to me and ask me to make changes for them. I cannot do that, but I can, when I'm doing what I'm doing, I actually see like pathways and choices, but the choice is always yours, my Tauruses. Now, it's hard for you. Not quite sure why we're doing this today, but it's hard for you because you've got two things. One is your Taurus, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, very logical, very earthbound, money, job, career, very, got to touch it to feel it. But at the same time, you're very psychic. So it's kind of a hard change. It's a hard thing to put together for you. It's like, I'm feeling this. I think I need to do this, but should I trust myself or should I trust my own eyes? And it's a choice that you have to make. I feel like this is going to be a time of spiritual choices for you. And again, this is all popping out. So we got a couple of cards that just flew out there. It's going to be spiritual choices, spiritual development, spiritual, encompassing larger parts of that spiritual world than maybe you are comfortable doing. Okay, I want you to trust yourself. I want you to trust your gut. Trust trust your intuition also with this. Whenever you're a little bit worried, pray, meditate, ask God, source, okay? Am I on the right path? Am I making the right choices? Either way, it will work its way through and you will learn from whatever choice you do make. So there is a very strong, and again too, with Aries season coming in, we are at a very thin time of that veil. So there's a lot of spiritual stuff happening around you right now, my Tauruses, that may not necessarily feel comfortable. Enjoy the ride. How's that? Okay, let's see. These cards popped. We've got 4 cards that popped. Nothing is reversed. Let's see what we have here. First card is, well, the Queen of Water. So Queen energy. We know all the court cards have double energies. The Queen's underlying energy is water, and this is also water. This is your Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio energy. Fluid, emotional, spiritual energy, very caring, very loving, very emotionally committed energy. We are still in Pisces season, but we're about to transition out. We just had that Pisces new moon, which is really, creating deep, or it's pulling to the surface very deep, deep-seated dreams and wants and wishes, okay? So the Queen of Water is saying that this could be a very fulfilling emotional time for you, but it could also be a very, one of those times that you just feel like you're not necessarily in control of your emotions. Breathe through it, my Tauruses. I was going to say Pisces. I don't know. Anyone have Pisces moon? Breathe through it. Breathe through it, and just keep your eyes going forward, and also too keep your eyes looking up, okay? Queen of Water is tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. Our next card, the Sun. Well, I love the Sun. We will have the 19th during this time, so there could be something very interesting with that. Major Arcana. Archangel Uriel. Uriel is the angel that brings light to dark, brings aha moments. It's like all of a sudden, yes, now I get it. I see what it is. I know what it is. So there, Uriel brings a lot of wisdom to problems. So we have that 1-9, and I really like 1-9 because 9 in itself is the completion. Let's wrap it up. You've got all your pieces. You just have to do a little work to put it together. You add the 1 together to the 9, it becomes a 10. 1, new beginning. 0, God source energy. Then you add 1 plus, and also 10 is transitioning to that new beginning. You've got all your pieces, put it together. And then you add the 1 plus 0 becomes a 1 again. And it's basically new beginning, new start. Very magician energy at the same time. This is one of the most positive cards in the deck. It is, things will work out the way they need to work out. You will see the light. Now also too, I think I said something about Neptune and Pisces and then the sun. So there is going to be some really aha moments coming up, I feel, this week. Okay, happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. Next card. 2 of water. Now this is a loving cup. This is a loving card. 2 is crossroads, choices, decisions, but it's also especially with water energy, it's also coming together. It's also partnering. It's also feeling the love of the people around you and receiving and being given the love of people around you. So there's a lot of support with this card. Now, whether you choose to accept it or not is always, again, it's always your choice. Well, for the most part, you have choices with this. But this is a very loving card. There's a very emotional energy with the Queen. She wants to make sure everything's taken care of and emotionally committed. And then this 2 of water. So this is, like I said, this could be an uneasy time for you, my Tauruses, just because there's going to be so many feelings to be felt this time around. So you might, I would say work with the attitude of gratitude and just say, it's lovely to be so loved, and accept the love that is being given to you, okay? A relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict, and I like that too. Now our last one, 3 of air. Now, for you Tauruses that are holding on to that past, the 3 of air is to say, let it go. Let it go. Maybe emotionally you feel like you've done it, okay, I've done a lot of my forgiveness, I've done a lot of my shadow work, but then those thoughts start to creep in, because air is all about your thoughts, your plans, your future, hearing some news. It is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Aquarius has some stuff going on, conjuncting with Pluto, conjuncting with Aries. So there, so that I think is like the 20th or 21st. So there is some interesting news that you might be hearing, but the 3 of air is to free yourself. But the only one that can do this at this point is you. Now remember, one of them, okay, the 2 of cups said forgiveness. Forgiveness is not for the other person or the other situation. It is to unlock the chains that are binding you. It is to just kind of say, you know what, let them be who they are. I can't change them, but I do forgive them. Go in peace. God, you take care of them, not me. And it is something that's extremely freeing for you. The 3 of air is that, is the 3 of swords, that heart with those 3 swords in it. And while the pain was real, there is healing. And again, it's like, I got to get through this. Maybe the scars will remain, but I got to get through this. I got to move on. Great sadness, take time to heal. The need to forgive yourself or others. So there's a lot of forgiveness in here. There's a lot of forgiveness for you. Maybe it's also like it says, maybe it's time for you to forgive yourself. Why did I make those choices? Why did I do it this way? Because you made the choices with what you had. Cut yourself some slack. Okay, let's see. So this is this week will be a very introspective week. It'll be an emotional week, but it could be a very emotionally satisfying week at the same time. The sun comes out, and we do have, so that would be March 17th is Sunday, so Monday, Tuesday, as, and I taught, depending on where you live, Aries comes either in the night of the 19th, but it's like the sun brings a new day, a new start. Okay, so let's see what else we might have here. Higher power, Holy Spirit. What else, okay, do we have for our Tauruses? I like this one. We have a 3. We have a 3. Now this would be the 3 of Earth. This would be your energies. So this would be yours, Capricorn and Virgo, money, job, career, home. So 3 is celebration, creation, and it's also the power of 3. This talks about, this is recognition and reward. In the other tarot cards, it's also about doing what you love. It's also about, working with others to create something that much better. But on this card in itself, it's you being recognized for your worth. Generally, it will be you being recognized in your career or in how you make your money, okay? And remember, there's also reward. Now, let's go on here. So, but like I said, still emotional time. The Sun, wonderful energies. 3, let go of the past. It's over with. You can't do anything about that. Learn from it. And the other thing about recognition and reward is you need to just kind of get out there and say, I receive the recognition and rewards. Okay. Many times we have false modesty, and that's not necessarily a good place to be. I know some people, but then I don't want to sound conceited. Well, you know what? Own it. How about that? Own, we're always told to own when we make our mistakes. Own your mistakes. Well, you know what? Own when you do good. Own when you accomplish something. Own it. Okay? I'll try to remember that as my title for this. Own it, my Tauruses. Here we go. Let's see. Higher power. What else? What else for our Tauruses here? Reversed. Focus on your priorities. Okay. And this is very, very true. I talk about, I don't know if I've done it for a while, but I do talk about putting together like a dream board for Tauruses, putting your lists of what you want on the refrigerator. And when I have done this, I don't do the dream board because I'm not that way, but you're good at it. You're good at it, my Tauruses. But I can make lists. And when I put it on my refrigerator and I focus on that every day, I look back in time, I do look back and I'll say, that one's done, that one's done, that one's done. So where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. So if you're going to put it in, if you're going to put a focus out there, do it on your accomplishments, on where you want to be, okay? Not on that past. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. I love that. Okay, so now we've done that. Let's go on and do our crystals or energies. And let's see for my Tauruses. My Tauruses, I know so many Tauruses, shout out to Mariah, that are such crystal grid. I mean, the crystals, they just call to you. So, I love that about Tauruses. I love that. Here we go. Let's see what else we might have here. Here we go. Let's see. Higher power, Holy Spirit. What else, or what would be good for our Tauruses to have? Green jade. Attracts love. Balances. Okay, I could see this one. Dreams come true. Purity. Our last card, we're going to do the Dream Oracle cards. I don't use, I think this is the second time I've used these cards. They're interesting little cards. So let's see what we have here. Higher power. What else? One last card for our Tauruses. One last card for our Tauruses. What's for our Tauruses? What's for our Tauruses? What's for our Tauruses? Okay. What about our Tauruses? Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Taurus, Taurus. Guide. Okay, spirit guides? Maybe. Follow in the footprints of greatness. All right. I would say like there's a lot of, your spirit guides with this, your ancestral guides with this, connecting to that, to that side of you, that spiritual side of you, and asking, if you don't know that if you have a spirit guide, ask, spirit guide, are you there? Usually do it in a little bit in, silence so you can hear the answer, but follow in the footprints of greatness. They always say if you want to be successful, then be around successful people. Now, success is definitely what you consider it to be, what makes you the happiest. That's where you can find a lot of your successes. Okay, so my Tauruses, did that make any sense to you? I hope it did. Also, too, let me know. Let me know. Give me a comment. Please do me that favor also of the like, share, subscribe, clicking on the bell for notifications. And if you don't get notifications and you've done all of that, unclick and click again. If you're watching me on Rumble, rumble me. As always, my Tauruses, always know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.